Now that we've organized our media folders on our computer, the next step is to organize everything inside the project panel in Premiere Pro. This step is extremely important because Premiere isn't just a video editor, it's also a media management tool. If our project is organized from the beginning, we edit faster and avoid problems later. So let's start by creating a new project. This time, make sure we do not skip the import screen. On the import screen, we can either select files individually or select an entire folder. Now click to see all the media files. Here we can see all of our media files, and as you can notice, they are all different types. We have videos, audio, images, graphics, and more. If you want to change how they appear, you can decrease the thumbnail size by dragging this slider bar. This helps you preview your media in the way that works best for your workflow. Since we need all the media in this project, we'll select the whole folder. On the right side, you'll see several options. Make sure Add Bin is unticked. Keep Copy Media turned off. And we don't need automatic bins for this workflow, so leave that off as well. The only thing we will enable here is Media Analysis. This helps Premiere analyze your footage for things like faces, audio, and motion, which later allows faster searching. Once everything looks good, click Import. Premiere now loads all our media directly into the project panel. Let's switch to List View. Now press the tilde key to enlarge the view to full screen. This makes it much easier to work when you have a lot of media or bins in your panel. At this point, you may see a lot of files with different types. Video clips, audio files, music, images, they're all mixed together. This can become messy very quickly, especially when the project grows to hundreds of files. So before we go any further, now right-click here and open the metadata display window. From here, you can click Select All to enable everything and then deselect all to clear it. Now choose only the information we actually need. For example, label, media type, media duration. Now that we've enabled these options, we can clearly see the media type for all files. By clicking on the column header, we can reorder the media. For example, group all videos together, then graphics, then audio, and so on. With just a few metadata options enabled, it becomes much easier to sort, filter, and reorganize our files inside the project panel. This is extremely useful when working with a lot of media. Now let's begin organizing. The first bin we'll create is the main asset bin. This bin will contain all our media files in one place. Think of it as a master container. You can create a new bin by right-clicking, or simply use the Ctrl or Command plus B key to create bin and rename it to main asset. Now select all the media files by using Shift plus click to select the full range. Then deselect the bin itself by pressing Ctrl or Command plus click on the bin. Now just drag all the media into the main asset bin. This keeps everything clean and ready for classification. Next, we'll categorize the files into smaller bins. We'll start with a video bin. Press Ctrl or Command B again to create the bin. Now here's an important pro workflow tip. We want to keep all media files inside the main asset bin as our master storage. So if we select the video files and you can recognize them by media type, and drag them directly into the video bin, Premiere will move those files out of the main asset bin. But that's not what we want. We don't want to remove original media from the main asset bin. Now press Ctrl or Command plus Z on to undo the action and revert everything back to where it was. So we're going to copy and paste them. Use Ctrl plus C to copy and Ctrl plus V to paste into the video bin. Now we have a copy of all the video files inside the video bin, while the original files remain safely inside the main asset bin. This is the best practice because it keeps your master files organized in one place and allows you to create separate bins for editing without losing track of your original media. Now double-click the video bin and switch to icon view. This makes visual browsing easier, especially for B-roll footage. Here we notice that our clips fall into 3 categories. These clips are related to bee farming, so we'll create a bin called bee farming and move those clips inside. These clips are shot on a green screen, so we'll create a new bin called green screen and move those files in as well. I think this clip belongs to the bee farming category, so let's move it into the bee farming bin. The remaining clips belong to a miscellaneous category, so we'll create a bin called mix for those. At this point, our video bin structure now contains bee farming, green screen, and mix. This kind of subdivision is very helpful when we have lots of B-roll or multiple shooting scenarios. Now let's go back to the main asset bin and continue organizing the rest of the media. We'll create a new bin called audio. Here we will copy and paste music, voiceovers, and sound effects. Separating audio from video makes sound design easier later because everything is already sorted. Next, we'll create a graphics and images bin. Any logos, PNG files, thumbnails, or still images will go here. This is especially useful for content creators and client work, where branded assets need to be reused often. Finally, we'll create one more bin called sequences. This bin will hold all the timelines we create throughout the project. Professionals always keep their sequences in their own bin to avoid confusion, especially when multiple edits or versions are created. By now, we have a clean and professional bin structure. We have a main asset bin containing original imports, a video bin with categorized sub-bins, an audio bin, a graphics and images bin, and a sequences bin. This kind of structure is used in studios and collaborative environments because it keeps the workflow efficient and scalable. And here's another pro tip. Good organization prevents problems later when files are moved. Please note that this bin setup is only created inside your Premiere Pro project panel. These bins do not affect your actual folders on your computer or your exercise folder. They only exist inside Premiere to help you stay organized while editing. Earlier, I showed you 2 different methods for organizing your project. Method 1 is organizing your files on your computer first by creating folders for video, audio, and graphics before opening Premiere. Method 2 is organizing everything inside Premiere by creating bins in the project panel. Both methods are correct and both are useful. You can choose whichever method you prefer, or you can combine both methods in the same project, which is what many professionals do for maximum clarity and efficiency. A well-organized Premiere project never leaves you guessing where a specific file or timeline is stored, now that all of our bins are neatly organized.